Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be just another ladder game from the Netease server, and we are going to be watching from the perspective of 120 once again. This time around he is going to be versing Focus instead of Fly. Last video was last video was still on 120's perspective, I think. Let's lower this a little bit because don't want the pings to sound too loud, but yeah, either way, this is going to be on Ancient Isles. I probably should turn off Fog of War just to check out his opponent. So Focus spawning in as the red orc player in the top left, and 120 spawning in as the blue undead in the bottom right. So yeah, that's it for now. Did the font change? Looks like the font changed on this little tracker here, so it's actually pretty nice. It looks a lot slim compared to last time, but you know, looks probably better than the other one, honestly. The other one looked a little too I don't know, it just looked too much like Comic Sans for some reason. Either way, we are going to be seeing an extremely early graveyard here for 120. He did do this against Fly as well, getting extremely early Crypt Fiends out. 2 ghouls should be where he stops producing them, and then he starts making like 1 or 2 Crypt Fiends before getting that 3rd ghoul out. He will obviously have some lumber problems, but that is the kind of sacrifice you make when you do this kind of extremely early build here. Ping's really, really still that loud, even though I'm over on this side. It should be a Death Knight first for 120, and yes, it is going to be. Blade Master comes out very early as well, and he is going to be going for the Ogre Warrior, Ogre Magi camp. Hopefully, crossing fingers, getting that close attack +6, and extremely early beginning of that stronghold tech for Focus.
Summoning is complete.
He's just going to be sticking around with 1 grunt for a bit. Item is going to be +2 protection, so a little miffed about that drop, but I don't think it will matter too much. The Blade Master just needs to get his levels, I guess, and yeah, it will just make up for the fact that he wasn't rather lucky with that drop. Death Knight finally comes out, and he should be going for his own Magi camp. 2 ghouls and the skeletons should be enough to clear this out fairly easily. Skeletons should be able to tank most of it, and yeah, that should be that. I mean, there's not much to talk about, honestly. Just standard starts from both players. Neither are cheesing one another, so you know, there's not really much to anticipate here. +2 ring gets picked up as well for 120, so no clear advantage in terms of item drops. But Focus going for this merchant camp, not going for the overseer. Instead, he's just going to clear the side. Oh, he is actually going to take his time to choose and take down the overseer as well. He will get waiting for it. Replenishment potions, so yeah, items haven't been so great so far. It hasn't been exciting, honestly, and yeah, continues with 120 picking up another ring. Yeah, honestly, nothing too out of the ordinary here so far. I mean, not going to expect too much wackiness coming out from Focus either. Probably just going to have the standard B-Series Spirit Lodge. Maybe not, he'll go for like a quick Fortress tech, but I highly doubt it, honestly. Focus is actually going to take out the other Overseer camp over here as well. Meanwhile, 120 going for the very early Troll Warlord Troll Warlord takedown there. He just took down the Troll and picked up the Wand of the Wind, so very Yeah, I guess it's a rather effective item when you are using it against an orc player because, yeah, night elves do that, I guess. Night elves centralize their whole strategy around cyclones there, so one of the wind should be a fairly useful item for 120. Seems like Focus is also going to be going for his own Warlord here, and he will be able to pick up Healing Wards, so Healing Wards could be alright, I guess, but I mean 120 has Crypt Fiends and they have fairly long range, so I can't imagine Healing Wards being that super effective, or at least it won't last long by the time 120 just focus fires it. But I guess admittedly Crypt Fiends do attack rather slowly and their projectiles are extremely slow, so maybe a good 2 or 3 seconds of healing might be, you know, the factor in winning a fight maybe. So far both players have just been farming it out. They haven't actually done any harassment, no sort of little skirmishes here, so yeah, it's been a very passive PvE game so far, and it's going to continue with the Shadow Hunter clearing out this Overseer camp. Not many camps left, honestly, and yeah, oh, we are finally going to have some harassment here. Focus is going to go after these Acolytes. Able to pick up one, and it is an extremely good time to harass as well, because he harassed by the Black Citadel is in progress, so yeah, losing 3 Acolytes, 120 is not going to have that. He is going to have to cancel that Black Citadel, because there is no way he's going to harvest with 2 Acolytes for a good like minute or so. That is just not going to happen. So he's sticking to it, however, so he really doesn't want to cancel it, and this, I mean, this is still good either way for Focus, because yeah, he's gonna mine from, you know, 5 peons, meanwhile his opponent is just gonna mine from 2, so there's a clear economic disadvantage despite both players only having 1 base. So this might be the determinant factor and how it goes, I guess, from now on, because 120 chose not to cancel, and we'll see if he can actually afford to do so, because that is a pretty big deal and very nicely timed from Focus, honestly. We'll have to see if it will be enough of a difference. As here we go again, the Blade Master going. Honestly, even if he goes for any kind of Acolytes at this point, the Black Citadel is so close to being completed that I think he will. I think 120 won't mind, honestly. He'll be annoyed, but he can live. He can live with it. It's just right now he's only mining with 1 Acolyte, which is crazy to think about, but since Black Citadel is now done, yeah, he can start quickly replenishing those Acolytes there. And it seems like both the Red Drakes are going to be claimed by 120, so despite getting that really good harassment, Focus is kind of behind in terms of items. I mean, I would say that, but I have no idea what item the top right Drake dropped, so yeah, I don't know, because the bottom left dropped the Sobi Mask, but no items are in the inventories of these units. I guess 120 sold them because he had to deal with only mining with 1 or 2 Acolytes, but wow, rather unfortunate that happened. Focus might have to retreat here, as he is going to find his opponent right now. Population is at 43 versus 39, so Focus does have the slight advantage. The only problem is the Blade Master is on the other side of the map, so it is not wise to choose this fight. And the Shadow Hunter will pick up the Overseer and pick up the Ring of Region as well. So pretty lucky that he didn't suffer that many casualties. He only lost that speed of the scroll, so speed scroll, not speed of the scroll. That's rather weird. So he didn't use his speed scroll. He did use a healing ward just to keep his units alive while creeping out, so yeah, nicely done with the sappers right there. I did not expect that to actually happen. Okay, so didn't realize the sappers, but I did see it, so so we got to see sappers, I guess. I didn't really expect Focus to actually use them, and I didn't actually expect it to work. So right now 120 is supply blocked, 41 over 30. Probably not a smart idea to choose to attack, because if he loses his units, he is unable to retrain them until he gets his Ziggurats back. So nicely decided from 120, choosing to back off just until he gets his Ziggurats back, because if he suffered like major losses and Focus decided to counterattack, 120 couldn't really you know, get back his units by the time he gets the attack off. So yeah, so in fact I guess Focus kind of bought time for his own side, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see if that will actually mean anything, because let's see here, there's not that many camps left. So actually I don't think there's any camps left. Yeah, every player actually cleared out all the camps. The corners are cleared, the gold mines are cleared. It's really strange to see that actually happening for once. Dreadlord comes out as the third hero for 120 as well, so bit of an interesting divergence from the norm. Normally we would see a Naga Sea Witch or a Dark Ranger, most likely see that Naga Sea Witch in an Orc matchup, but the Dreadlord comes out, and I'm curious to see how this guy will work as a third hero pick. First hero pick is pretty one-dimensional, it's just sleep and 2 ghouls around. I don't really see the use of this Dreadlord as a third hero either, so I'm really interested to see what this guy will do. Double Kodo comp for Focus, he's looking really strong right now, with a Tauren Chieftain as his third hero as well, so you don't see that many third heroes for Orcs either. Sleep is going to be cast onto the Blade Master to keep him out of the fight for a little while. Of course that can be cancelled with just damaging him a little bit. Team Scroll is going to be forced on 120 side, and that did not work out so well for him. Sleep is not that effective compared to Cyclone, because if the Blade Master receives any sort of damage, he'll wake up instantly, and Sleep doesn't last long on heroes to begin with, so yeah, it's rather weird. Not sure about this for Focus though. He got his Tauren Chieftain stood around for a little too long, but it looks like it was just the bait all along. Tauren Chieftain is going to get quickly bursted down, however, so yeah, not sure if it was him that was baiting, or he got baited himself into this as well. Kodo, ooh, it's trying to devour the Crypt Fiends there, and that would be an extremely disastrous loss if Focus actually chose to retreat after devouring, because that's just such a cheap dine and dash, honestly. Kodo Beast number 1 is going to drop, however, but 120 is being forced back just a little bit. I mean, not to say that Focus is not suffering any casualties here, but the Blade Master is just such a scary being to deal with. Dreadlord is now out of mana, so he can no longer sleep the Blade Master, but it seems like the Blade Master is getting surrounded quite a bit before running away with the Windwalk there. Oh yikes, Shadowhunter got bursted down very quickly and only living with a sliver of health before being invuln there, so yikes, tables have turned right now for Focus, and nice blocking there with the Skeleton, able to take down the Kodo Beast, and yeah, it seems like the tables have now indeed turned, and this is not looking really good for Focus. His Blade Master is trying his best to deal with these statues here. These statues are what keeping 120 topped up, and taking them down would be extremely useful, and he's able to pick up one of the 3. Tauren Chieftain going for another stomp here. and now 2 out of 3 has been taken down. So for 120 is now going to be forced to retreat. Nice crit onto the Lich right there. Is going to be forced to heal up with the Death Coil, but now the Dreadlord is now under fire. Focus is going to retreat his Blade Master with the Windwalk, but should be able to come back very soon thanks to the Voodoo Lounge right there. There he comes, healing wave from the Shadow Hunter, and the final Obsidian statue is going to get taken down as well. Dreadlord hits level 2 and he is going to learn that Vampiric Aura. I mean, honestly, only he, the A-Bombs, and the Death Knight is going to benefit from that particular aura. So it's just a minor bonus, I guess. Healing wave onto the Blade Master once again. He needs to be extremely careful with the Death Coil coming out from the Death Knight because yeah, level 4 Death Knight, not really a pushover. Level 2 Death Coil still hits quite a bit. And of course we keep hearing more units being pumped out for 120. But he is down in supply, surprisingly enough. 38 versus 54. Focus does have an expansion now completed, and he is now mining off of it, so yeah, things are looking really good for the Red Orc player, honestly. This fight has been going on for so long. Crypt Fiends are getting picked off left and right. We still have plenty of Orc units here on Focus's side, so a little eyebrow raising that 120 is actually choosing to chase down Focus. And he does get his Tyrant Chieftain surrounded, is going to get a War Stomp to the face, on all sides honestly, and here we go. You can see there that the bonuses of the Lightning Ball, able to purge the Frost Armor from whatever honestly, and that is really good. Tyrant Chieftain did get taken down however, so yeah, just little by little the Death Knight encroaches at level 5, and when he does get that, Nova Coil combo might be pretty scary. And that should be okay. It was very close to level 5. Just one more hit, one more kill away from level 5 there is enough to get him that. Yeah, not many units out for 120 honestly. Only 2 statues. The Crypt Fiends have been being picked off one by one so quickly. It's just so hard to keep these numbers up, and Death Coil is gonna heal that last one up at the last moment, but honestly it seems like Focus is slowly steamrolling his opponent. 35 versus 59, Focus has just way too many units, and with that expansion up, 120 is gonna slowly lose this war of attrition. Final Crypt Fiend gets killed off once again, and the last Obsidian statue, which just came by the way, is going to get taken down as well. So yeah, the Dreadlord didn't seem like it worked out too well compared to the Tyrant Chieftain. Nova Coil onto the Blade Master before being invulned, so yeah, it's just Focus is extremely lucky with his heroes, able to survive with so little health. Snare onto the Lich, and he will be taken down very soon. That is going to be game for Focus, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you guys again hopefully soon. I probably will cast another one right after this actually. Yeah, I'll do that.